Hello guys and welcome. We're about to find out where Hooten goes. In this episode, someone is about to sign the rookie who is in the free agency. Let's find out. Alrighty, so welcome guys. My name is MetroJohnny and today we are back on my Madden 20 subscriber league and we're about to find out where Hooten goes. Who signed him? There it is. Jacksonville Jaguars signed him to only a one-year deal for $10.1 million. They stand at a 4-5 record. They feel like, hey, they need a wide receiver to get them to where they need to be. And I think that was a good pickup by them. Moving over, adding some subscribers. Make sure you guys looked, but I added everyone who commented in the last video as well. Now look at this, Green Bay making a big move. They signed up Colin Kaepernick from the Cowboys. This is Colin Kaepernick Jr., his son, one of my subscribers' characters that you guys submitted. You're finally in, buddy. You'll even get your chance to start for Green Bay because guess what? They don't have a quarterback. Now, today is a special episode and it's moving kind of fast, but we're going to be hopping into multiple games. So, kind of just watching the highlights of each game. So, for my Miami Dolphins subscribers who started the season off pretty hot, then kind of have went on a losing streak, they really need a win here. So, later in the second, you guys would see they would be dominating the game against the Buffalo Bills, which is a much-needed win here. 17-3. Going into the second half, the Bills would just run the ball. Good run right here, though, has room, but then would get brought down. Later in the game, though, later in the third, Buffalo would be threatening to score, and this could really bring them back into the game. Miami came out and had a hot start, but the Buffalo Bills have a chance to bring this game kind of back. Picking up first down right there, Rudd would connect. So 1st and 10. Single back formation. It is a handoff, and Al Buckner. The first time we'll get the call on his name. That is a subscriber right there. Al Buckner was very successful in college, and finally get to see him make a play here. Look, he just chops at the legs. We gotta see this one more time. Look, gets off the tackle and then, or gets off the block, and what a tackle. So Miami's defense would bend but not break. Oh my goodness, and instead of taking the 3, they try and trick Miami. He almost gets it off, and God, I need to get a new chair. But anyways, wow, that's kind of, I don't know if that's the smartest thing you want to do here. So later in the fourth, going through the game here, you guys see Miami puts up some more points. 24-3. This game I'm going a little extra fast because it's kind of a blowout. There's no reason to stick around these types of games that are dominating performances. Right there, Buffalo trying to get some success to go into next week. As I mean, technically, man, their season is not over. You know what I mean? They could still turn it around, but you got to start winning here. So Miami would secure that win, though, which is awesome for Miami. And Josh Rosen is still the quarterback for Miami. He had a good night. Calvin Jackson Sr., the subscriber right there, for 8 tackles. He dominated, and Al Buckner with 2. So moving over to game number 2 of the video, Philadelphia versus Pittsburgh. This is going to be a good one. And it's snowing, boys. Football weather. So this should be exciting showdown. Now the Eagles come in to this game 3-6, whereas Pittsburgh has 7 wins. So it's a kind of expecting to be a dominant performance by Pittsburgh, but we'll see what happens. So right off the rip, the Philadelphia Eagles go down the field and score a touchdown, 7-0. Trying to get a little deeper into this game. Kind of a surprising start. Philadelphia has the ball, threatening to put up 14 points up against Pittsburgh. Who expected this game to start out like this? I know I did it. So here we are, 7-0. 2nd and 11. Philadelphia would have the ball. It's a handoff to Ace Renegade, who has kind of struggled. He's got to prove himself here. He's definitely the biggest back in the league. We'll see if he can have a good night here. in the snow. That would take us to the end of the first quarter, 7-0. You know, not too, you know, and Philadelphia is threatening. Kind of a big surprise here for you know, Pittsburgh fans and Philly fans. And oh my goodness, Tyreek Whitehead put that on the money. You gotta be kidding me. The quarterback from Penn State right there connects with his wide receiver for the second time tonight. That's his second touchdown reception. And wow, I mean, fits it in between two defenders, and Pittsburgh really looks, I don't know, man, it's crazy. So later in the game, 17-0, you see the score, 1st and 10, right before halftime is over. Whitehead would connect once again. That's a hat trick, and all it took him was 2 quarters. Half of a game, half of a ball game, and he's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. Who expected this? A 3-6 team to come out here and do this to a team like Pittsburgh. Now, as you guys can see, it's late in the 4th quarter, just, you know, simming the game, getting through it, because it's 27-3, so 2 games down and 2 dominating performances. But one is a big shocker, honestly. Didn't expect Pittsburgh to go out here and lose the game. But you see the player of the game, Tyreek Whitehead, 241 yards thrown, 3 touchdown passes, 60%, and possibly player of the week award could go to Whitehead. We'll have to find out, though. 27-3 would be the final score. Pittsburgh falls in a big upset. So taking a look at the stats you've seen there. Look at Ace Renegade, 29 attempts, 114 yards. Not bad. He had triple digits. But every subscriber on Pittsburgh struggled, man. I mean, there's not really one that did their part. This was just an off game for them. So we'll see what happens continuing. But let's go ahead and get into game number 3. Alrighty, boys. So here we are in the next game. We have the Jets taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. And today, in this video, in this game, it's going to be Hooten's debut in his new jersey, and he is obviously their star wide receiver now in the depth chart. They actually have some pretty bad. Oh wow, it's Nick Diaz, the subscriber. Oh no, it's a fumble. And it looked to me like he was down, but it would stand, unfortunately. But yeah, like I was saying, Hooten, Jacksonville's one of the biggest weaknesses was wide receiver spots. So that actually works out perfect for them. We'll see if Hooten can perform. So later in the game, it is 3-2. The Jacksonville Jaguars did get a safety on defense, but they would look to try and run the score up even more, and that's exactly what they do, getting into the end zone for the first time in the day and taking the lead. So 9-3 right there. 6-yard reception by Hooten. There's his first reception. 20-yard reception right there by Carter. Nice. And Jacksonville would be threatening once again early in the second. 9-3, and a chance to, you know, build on this lead that they already have. Handoff to Diaz. Diaz makes one man miss and then gets brought down 2 yards short of the end zone. 2nd and goal. Play action, and the ball is going into the air, and it's touchdown Jacksonville. The Jets continue to fall apart. So later at the end of the second, though, the Jets obviously got on the board and got a touchdown of their own. It would be a 3-point game, 16-13. Jacksonville having time to do something here before halftime. They have no timeouts, though, up to this point, and they're going to take a shot at the end zone. And that's probably the worst throw you could make right there, because now you have no time to get any points on the board. So going into halftime, 13-16. Taking a look at another game. We won't actually be able to watch this game, but there is the score right now going into the 3rd quarter. But later in the game, Jacksonville would score, making it 23-16. So we'll go ahead and hop out on the field as Jacksonville has the ball in about the midpoint of the 4th quarter, and we'll see if they can't get a good drive going here. 1st and 10. Hand off to Nick Diaz, who's had a decent game. He's been getting shut down, but then he breaks a big one every now and again, and that's That's what he's good at. So here we go. Patton steps back in his new uniform as well. Got wide open, and this right here would end it. You know, the New York Jets needed to stop late in the fourth and to give their offense a chance to get the ball back, but that pass right there would basically take that chance away from their quarterback. So Greg Patton, obviously, you know, he was with Green Bay. The lack of success in Green Bay ended him here with a trade, but now he has a subscriber to throw to, so maybe some new things looking his way. Now taking it over to another game, we're going to shoot all the way to the fourth quarter here because Carolina versus the Rams. This was a good game. 13-9 though, as you can see, Panthers having that last minute, you know, drive down the field to try and take the lead. A team that has been kind of lackluster. We thought they'd be a lot better than they had been up to this point. We'll see if they can change that around. Nice pickup there. But yeah, you know, less than 3 minutes to go. Carolina at inside the 10, shooting it deep into the end zone to Luke Adams, subscriber tight end right there. What a beautiful catch. This is one of my favorite tight ends in the league. He's every time we watch him, man, he performs big. Look at this. What a player. What a catch to take the lead too. That right there is a good one. The feet are definitely in bounds, and that is a touchdown. So that would give Carolina the lead, making it 16-13 after the extra point with a little more than 2 minutes left. And then, oh my goodness, guess what? The Rams just had a huge pass for a touchdown, taking the lead right back in one play. That's very disappointing if you're the Carolina Panthers offense, because you know you went down the field, you worked hard for your touchdown, and then your defense gives up a touchdown one play, and now you're back out here trying to drive down the field. But guess what? DeMarco is fine with that. He knows how to play some football, and he's getting his team in scoring range. Less than 1 minute, only 2 timeouts though. We'll see what happens here. 2nd and 4. And there's another pass connecting to his favorite target. There's no doubt about it. Luke Adams is his favorite target. So 2nd and 4. Interception. Sheldon Wiley picks off DeMarco, and that would be game. The Los Angeles Rams win the game, but you gotta blame, man. That's unfortunate. You know, defense gave up that big touchdown, cost them the game. So that can't really win games like that. So here we go. Next game going into is going to be Green Bay versus the Detroit Lions, a rivalry game where, you know, Green Bay, the biggest reason why we're hopping in this game, one, Caleb Goins is a really successful running back, but also Colin Kaepernick Jr. is getting the start. The 20-year-old quarterback, he's the youngest quarterback in the league. Obviously, Colin Kaepernick's son. Now, this is a subscriber. You know, you put your character in. I finally got you in there, buddy, so you'll get to see your quarterback make his debut now. Green Bay thought, you know, why not, you know, throw this kid out here and let him see what he has to offer. I mean, we're 1-8 up to this point. There's, you know, no reason. What's going to happen? You know what I mean? If we lose, it's not that big of a deal. Unfortunately, this was his opening debut drive, and he throws a pick 6. That's unfortunate. He is young, though. I mean, 20 years old is very young for a quarterback. I think he definitely needs a lot of time to develop. But we'll see. Green Bay, I think, is a good spot for him. You know, they need a young guy who has talent, and we'll see if he, you know, if they feel the same way about him. Oh, and right there, I mean, almost throws his first touchdown pass. I really feel like that's on number 87. Not sure the last name there. He should have got his feet in bounds. I mean, look at this. I don't know. I can't really tell from that angle, but it looked like he had enough room. But he just couldn't get it. So later in the game, going into the fourth quarter, it would be 13-10. Packers trying to get their second win on the year with their new quarterback debuting. Obviously, they have Dak Prescott, who is, you know, in his later days at this point. But you got to think if, you know, Colin Kaepernick Jr. doesn't really work out, they might try and give him more time to develop and probably start Dak Prescott. Or you just continue to start the young kid for the rest of this season, at least, since the season is already done for you. Doesn't matter, you could win out and you still would make the playoffs. So I say give them the start. Now 16-10, and oh no, Carolina scores. Less than 4 minutes left in the game, and they're gonna take the lead if they can make this extra point. So that's actually kind of bad for the Green Bay. Fighting for their second win on the game. We'll see if Colin Kaepernick Jr., his time to shine. He looks like he's uncomfortable in the pocket there. He just could never set himself up. 3rd down and 27. It's going to take a miracle at this point for Green Bay, and then that would seal the deal. Not the best debut for this young kid, but I think there's still a lot of potential there. Green Bay is definitely going to give him a chance. I mean, there's no point for them not to. We'll just have to keep an eye on him. As far as it goes for rushing, Caleb Goins, 15 attempts, 59 yards. Nothing too spectacular. He was off to a hot start, but then kind of died down. Now, next game, we have the best team in the league, the Chicago Bears, taking on an upcoming team who's actually been pretty surprising, and that's the New York Giants. Now, we do have a subscriber quarterback here. This will be our first time getting a look at him, Rylan Brown. He has definitely turned this New York Giants around, and oh my goodness, he got cracked right there. But Rylan Brown, perfect on the day up to this point, 4 for 4 in the opening drive of the game, already threatening to get into the end zone. Can he do it? He finds a guy, and did he cross the line? No. Just a yard short. 3rd and goal. He'll have one more chance to get in there. Saquon Barkley. Wow, he gets in there. The subscriber, I believe, number 7, I can't remember the last name. He tried to make the tackle there, but just missed. And oh my goodness. Second drive for the Giants. 2 drives now in the game and 2 touchdowns. And that would end the first quarter. So 14-0. The Giants are the giant killers. I did not, at least so far. The game ain't over. It's really early, but 14-0 is not looking good for Chicago. So we'll get to see for the first time here. Trey Wright throws it out to Johnson, who shows that speed right there and picks up the first down. 1st and 10 now. Shotgun formation past the 50-yard line. The Chicago Bears step back. Trey Wright said that he has promised to, you know, put more time into getting better, and when he came back from his injury that he was going to cut down on the interceptions. We'll see if that's the case here today. So far looking pretty good. He needs to get his team on the board though. Single back formation, hand it off to Zach Keister, who breaks 1 tackle but then gets brought down. He's been pretty quiet so far here today. 3 rushes, 7 yards. So 3rd down and 1. It's going to be a handoff to Mixon out of the shotgun formation. Ooh, I don't really know if that was the right call by Chicago, but either way, they would have 3 points before, you know, the first half is up. As you can see, it's second quarter, 16 seconds left, and Giants threatening to score again, and oh my goodness, they do. Right before halftime, they put up another touchdown. Wow. This week has been pretty weird, actually. We've had a lot of upsets, man. So, as you can see, though, the Bears' opening drive of the second half, drive down the field, 17-yard reception for Jacob Johnson, the subscriber wide receiver, for a touchdown, 10-21. Maybe you can get your team back in the game. As you can see, late in the 3rd quarter, possibly the last play of the game, of the 3rd quarter, is going to be a handoff to Saquon Barkley, who gets stuffed. But it is the Giants going into the 4th quarter, threatening to score with another touchdown. Rylan Brown hands it off, and he gets cracked. The Bears trying to bend but not break. You got to think if you give up a touchdown here, you're probably out of the game. They know that, and they're going to fight their way to hold them to a field goal, giving this Bears offense a chance to at least come back. Trey Wright down the middle. What a play. He threw it as he got hit, and what a play by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss and getting his team inside the 10. Trey Wright finds it. It's a fumble. Oh no, and he could be going all the way. Zach Keister trying to chase him down. Jacob's trying to, oh my goodness, all 3 subscribers trying to chase him down, but it's not going to work. Keister, Johnson, or Wright didn't have the speed to get him, but I feel like he was down. Hopefully they review it. They didn't review Nick Diaz's fumble. And I don't think his was a fumble. But it looks, yeah, they are challenging it here, and ooh, close. It looks like the knee is down low to me. I don't think that's a fumble. It's close though. So we'll wait for the call here. And it would not be a fumble. So 3rd down and goal. We'll see what Trey Wright and this offense can do. They need to get an end zone play right here. Can't settle for a field goal. And right there, wow. What a dot. Finding Jacob Johnson. What a game by Jacob Johnson. Finally, he breaks free. And, of course, it's his best friend, Zach Keister, to run up and congratulate him first. Look at him. What a catch. And almost runs into his teammate and loses the ball. Luckily, that's not what happened. So, now, all of a sudden, the Bears are back in it. And guess what? The Bears defense would stand up and stop the Giants. And now, the Bears would have the ball back and a chance to tie this game up. Less than 2 minutes left. You know we got to hop into this. This has been a really good game. 24-17. Didn't expect it to be the Giants on top. Trey Wright steps back, throws it down the middle, finding none other than Johnson. He's been amazing today. Trey Wright doesn't see anybody open, doesn't really have time, so he checks it down to Keister, who gets tackled here. 2nd and 11. Trey Wright has time, has plenty of time, but now it breaks down. No one getting open. That's a coverage sack right there. Trey Wright, you got to throw that one away, buddy. 3rd and 21 now. Trey Wright going deep down the field, and it's intercepted, and that will be game. The Chicago Bears drop their 2nd game of the season against the New York Giants, who now have to be taken seriously. They were at a 6-3 record up to this point. Now at a 7-3, yeah, you gotta take them seriously, no doubt about it. Rylan Brown had a phenomenal day, but so did Trey Wright. Both pretty even. Brown did throw for a pretty good bit more yards, but still a good game by both quarterbacks. Zach Keister, they didn't really feed him the ball at all, but they were down, I guess. I'm not too sure. But Jacob Johnson, this man finally has his breakout game. This was a really good game. 2 touchdown receptions, 69 yards. Not bad. Billy Xavier there making 3 tackles and 1 sack for that subscriber as well. So, time to move on to the last game. Now, guys, if the commentary has been off on this video, I do apologize. I am talking over it at 3 a.m. So, I'm pretty dang tired. But man, look at that stadium right there. So the Washington Redskins coming into this week 1-8. Really not, you know, I guess they're just kind of, you know, at this point playing to play, you know, to get that motivation for next season and try and find something that works. They would be up early in this one, 7-0 in the first quarter, and we'd get to see for the first time Jimmy Calvin, quarterback, who says he wouldn't want to play anywhere else. You know, Arizona is his home. He doesn't care how bad or how good they're doing. That's not going to affect where he wants to be, and that is Arizona. And oh no, he throws a pick. Opening drive, that's not good. Washington already up by 7, and they would take advantage of that, making it 14-0 going into the second quarter. So Arizona wouldn't take too long though to answer back, 7-14. Sorry about that. I wasn't talking there. I had my mic muted. I do apologize. But anyways, 7-17, late in the second, 48 seconds to be exact. Arizona needs at least a field goal out of here, and you're not looking too bad going into halftime. We'll see what happens though. This is a night game, by the way, Thursday night. 3rd and 2. We'll see what happens here. Jimmy Calvin steps back, finds a wide receiver for the first down, keeping this drive alive, but you got no timeouts in 16 seconds. This is dangerous. You got to take a shot into the end zone or at least get out of bounds. Can he do it? Does he get out of bounds? He didn't. He didn't get out of bounds. So you get no points. Luckily, though, they get it at halftime, drive right back down the field, and now they're looking to score once again. This time, hands off. Ball to the running back here. Kareem Hunt still in the league. Good old vet. 2nd and goal now for Jimmy Calvin. It's going to be a toss play here. And, oh, man, Washington read that like a book. 3rd and goal. Jimmy Calvin steps back. Has time. No, he does not have time. Gets hit as he throws it. That broke down quick. And they would settle for a field goal. So 10-17 now. Washington would drive down the field and miss a 35-yard field goal. Oh my goodness, that could come back to bite you late in the 4th now, and you miss a 35-yard field goal. We'll see what happens, but Washington does drive down the field and score a touchdown, make it 24-10. So maybe it won't affect you, but you never know. I mean, anything can happen. Arizona past the 50. And trying to score here. A big throw right there. Oh, and a face mask. That's going to put him on the 1-yard line. Actually, it will put him on the 4. So here we go. Handoff to the running back. And that's a quick touchdown. This is exactly what Arizona needed. It's still going to take a miracle. But there is time, technically. 17-24. It's only a 7-point game. And your defense just made them go 3 and out. And guess what? You have the ball back. Less than 2 minutes left. Driving down the field, Matt Carson. I haven't even talked about him, but that is a subscriber as well. And he has had a freaking phenomenal game. And oh my goodness, driving that field, we got to hop in. What a game right now. 17-24, 31 seconds left. 2 timeouts for Arizona. 1st and goal, shotgun formation. Jimmy Calvin steps back, throws the dot on the slant, touchdown Arizona, and just like that, wow. The extra point in this ball game is tied. They would get it, and we would go into overtime, and the Cardinals would get the ball first. So this is their drive here in overtime. 3rd and inches. This was a big play, and instead of running it on 3rd and inches, they actually selected to pass it. And I mean, that's an aggressive call, but it did work out. So here we go. Later in overtime, Cardinals trying to drive down the field. Another 3rd and 6 they'd be faced with at the 32-yard line. You got to think you want to just try and secure field goal position. Instead, they get more aggressive, and it pays off. Sometimes in this league, you got to take chances. 1st and 10 now. Shotgun formation. Calvin running back to his left. It's going to be a delayed handoff, and it's going to work. Oh, he gets popped, but a good way to hold on to the ball. Kareem Hunt. And 3rd down and 13 now later in the drive. We'll see what happens. Pistol formation. Man in his face, he throws it away. Smart play by Calvin. And set up the field goal unit. The kicker has to nail this one down. This is to take the lead in overtime, not to technically win the game. Sparks would take the lead, though. Redskins do get 1 drive to answer back. 2nd and 10. Haskins Jr. finds a man. Oh my goodness. Finds a man in the middle of the field. Sylvester. This is where it gets very dangerous for selecting a field goal, because now you need your defense to make one more stop. Cannot give up plays like that. So here we go. 1st and 10. Shotgun formation. Washington has time. Haskins is breaking down, throws it on the run, gets out of bounds. Incomplete. And that'll set up a 2nd and 10. Now this time shotgun formation, but no one is around. Haskins, he'll keep the ball here. Throws it, and it's, oh my God, I thought it was caught, but it's intercepted. And that is game. Arizona takes it. Congratulations in a overtime showdown. That was the best game of the year so far. The only thing that would make it better was if these two teams were even, you know, playoff contenders. Cardinals are. This is a big win for Arizona, matter of fact. They needed to win this to be a playoff contender. But Washington, they're definitely out of it. So as you guys can see, I have simmed the next week. I've simmed week 13 as well. And I've simmed week 14. So you guys can stop at any point in the video to check the score. But since I kind of took a we watched a lot of games in this episode, I wanted to sim a couple more weeks into the season. I believe I'm going to take it week by week up until the playoffs at this point. So week 14 is the last week that I sim. So we have week 15, week 16, and week 17. And so we'll be, tuning into those weeks. Now moving over to the standings, the Bears still hold that top rank like they have all season, but the Browns came out of nowhere, honestly, under my radar, and are really could be a threat. And then you have the Chiefs as well, looking really strong down here, in the teams that are kind of on the edge of playoffs. They definitely need to start winning. Then you have the teams who are in the hunt right here. Miami had such a strong start, but then they kind of botched it a little bit. And then you have the teams who are technically not out of it, but they would kind of need to win out for the rest of the season. And then at this point right here, I don't see these teams making it to the playoffs. So the picture is really starting to show. You guys let me know who you think is going to make it to the playoffs. And also let me know down in the comments, who do you think is the biggest threat to win it all? Also, make sure to rep your player in the comments, rep your team. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. And until next time, peace.
Help! Go push him down.
Help! Don't let her win, Steven, whatever you do.
No.
I'm reaching!
No, I've died.
What, Steven? Oh, no. Don't leave me with her. She's crazy.
Yeah.
Let go of me.
Okay.
Let go of me.
Wait, if you let go, there's a 50-50 chance. If you let go.
No. She's going to have to let go. Her grip's going to give up before mine.
Woo!